During the Vietnam War, the use of napalm became one of the most cruel and controversial customs in modern warfare. Introduced by the United States in their efforts to combat the Viet Cong, napalm was a highly flammable compound consisting of a gelatinous substance mixed gasoline and a thickening agent. This lethal compaction was used primarily as an incendiary weapon, capable of devastating and destroying entire sections of forests, villages, and enemy strongholds. One of the most notorious instances of napalm bombing during the Vietnam War occurred in June 1972, when the South Vietnamese Air Force, with the assistance of the United States, targeted the village of Trong Bang. The devastating photograph taken by Nick Yoot depicting a young girl named Phane T. Kim Phuc running naked and screaming in agony after being severely burned by napalm encapsulated the horrors inflicted by this cruel custom. This haunting image became an iconic symbol of the senseless suffering caused by the use of napalm. The use of napalm during the Vietnam War not only caused immense physical damage, but also left deep psychological scars on both soldiers and civilians who encountered its merciless effects. The sheer power and destructiveness of napalm instilled a paralyzing fear in those caught within its grasp, as it transformed once lush and vibrant landscapes into charred wastelands. The harrowing stories of survivors and witnesses who experienced these attacks speak volumes about the lasting trauma inflicted by this cruel weapon. The aftermath of a napalm strike was often marked by excruciating pain, severe burns, disfigurement, and long-term health issues. The gel-like substance clung to the skin, intensifying the burns and making it challenging to extinguish the flames. Those fortunate enough to survive the initial attack faced a lifetime of physical and emotional scars, struggling with physical disabilities and the haunting memories of the inferno that engulfed their homes and loved ones. Furthermore, the use of napalm in civilian-populated areas violated international agreements and conventions regarding the protection of non-combatants during armed conflicts. The Geneva Conventions, for instance, expressly prohibited the targeting of civilians and the use of weapons that caused unnecessary suffering. Despite these regulations, napalm was frequently deployed in areas densely populated by innocent civilians, inflicting immeasurable harm and further escalating humanitarian crisis in Vietnam. The use of napalm during the Vietnam War ignited global outrage and prompted widespread protests against the United States military intervention in Vietnam. The images and stories of the destruction caused by napalm helped mobilize anti-war movements, fostering a collective consciousness against the brutality and inhumanity of such weapons. The Vietnam War itself became a turning point in public opinion, challenging the long-held notion that the use of disproportionate force could achieve victory. The use of napalm during the Vietnam War stands as a stark reminder of the cruelties humankind is capable of inflicting upon one another in times of conflict. It serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the importance of restraint, adherence to humanitarian principles, and the pursuit of peaceful alternatives. The devastating legacy of napalm should compel us to strive for a world free from the horrors of war, where cruelty and inhumanity find no place in our customs, history,